Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle soul named Cinderella. She had sparkling eyes and hair as golden as the sun. Her mother had passed away when she was just a little girl, and her father, a loving and kind man, had remarried a woman named Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine had two daughters of her own, Drizella and Anastasia, who were spoiled and cruel. After Cinderella's father passed away, Lady Tremaine and her daughters treated Cinderella poorly, forcing her to do all the household chores and never allowing her to rest. Cinderella's days were filled with dusting, sweeping, and scrubbing the floors until they shone like mirrors. She would often sit by the fireplace, tears streaming down her face, dreaming of a better life. One day, the king invited all the young maidens to a grand ball, in search of his son's true love. Cinderella's stepsisters were overjoyed, but Cinderella was not allowed to attend. As she sat by the fireplace, tears streaming down her face, her fairy godmother appeared. She was a kind and wise woman, with a twinkle in her eye and a wave of her wand that could make magic happen. With a flick of her wand, Cinderella's rags turned into a stunning gown, and off she went to the ball. Her fairy godmother warned her to be back by midnight, as the magic would only last until then. At the palace, Cinderella and the prince danced the night away, their hearts beating as one. They talked and laughed, and Cinderella felt like she had finally found her true home. But, as the clock struck midnight, Cinderella vanished, leaving behind a lost shoe. The prince searched far and wide for the mysterious maiden whose foot fit the shoe. He tried it on every girl in the kingdom, but none fit. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters tried to fit into the shoe, but it was too small for them. Cinderella, who had been watching from the sidelines, finally got her chance. She slipped her foot into the shoe, and it fit like a glove. The prince was overjoyed and knew he had found his true love. They married in a grand ceremony, surrounded by friends, family, and a sprinkle of fairy dust. Cinderella's stepsisters apologized for their cruelty, and Cinderella forgave them, knowing that everyone deserves a second chance. And so, Cinderella lived happily ever after, her heart full of love, kindness, and the magic of believing in oneself. She and the prince ruled the kingdom with kindness and wisdom, and their love story was told for generations to come. Years later, when Cinderella's own daughter was getting ready for her first ball, Cinderella took her to the attic and showed her the old shoe that had started it all. She told her the story of how she had found her true love, and the magic that had brought them together. And as they hugged, the fairy dust sparkled once again,